Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Now, the IS. Now, I had the KVS, I sold the KVS. It's one, I want, what I'm sort of planning on doing on World of Tanks is just, get to my end game tanks, the tanks that I want, and then I'll rebuy the ones previously that I've sold that I like. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I don't have the money to keep the tanks, sitting there really when I'm grinding out other tanks. So I've got a long way to go. Anyway, so the IS, what do I think of it? It's a good tank. Do you know, the more and more I play the game, I've started to realise that, IS-2 is going this way. I'm going to go and support him. The more and more I play it, it's not really about. I know it's going to sound daft. I know it is about the tank, obviously, and the tank's abilities, and and what the armour's like, and what the gun penetration's like. Yeah, no, I totally agree. But World of Tanks is matching us with like for like or 2-tier higher tanks, right? Now, I'll give you an example. The KVS, you play them rounds, fine, not a problem. Even in your high tier rounds, you're right. In the high tier rounds in this, you're not alright because anything can penetrate you. It's a lot harder. There's just many reasons why it's a lot harder, and it's mainly because you're playing with the tier higher tanks. And really, you've got the same gun as the KVS, but it's slightly better reload, and your armor's slightly better. But at the end of the day, you're up against bigger tier tanks. Now, in this scenario, obviously, it's not a major issue because these tier are slightly smaller. So we've got this guy. He's probably going to pop over the top there. We've got the artillery. IS-2 could quite easily deal with him. There we go, there's my mate. No good ice on that one, he's Speedy Gongalis. We've got him on the flank, so we've got quite a good little stance here. I'm going to support him as best as quick as I can. There goes your ammo rack, mate. We've got one over here.
We've fixed the truck. Let's roll.
I'm gonna have to do my driver. I don't know what our artillery's doing. I'm seeing their shells come down on me. Oh, there we are. Gets out of the way, I can shoot him. Woo! We'll go in this round. Now, the argument was that IS-2 did bugger all the helpers there, did he? Let's be honest. Maybe he did, he killed a couple of tanks, didn't he? The woods is looking alright, we've got a good few tank destroyers in there. Move over this way a little bit. And they could be on that little hill because they haven't moved out the woods yet. I might as well take this spot up here. Now I've got the VK3002 as well. Not a great tank. The gun ain't that great, really. I mean, you're doing a fair bit of damage on the gun, but I don't know if I'm going to get him in time. You do a fair bit of damage about 250. You can go for the faster fire rating gun, but the problem is it's going to be like the prototype as well. The armor's crap, basically. And he's got 1200, but it doesn't matter where I shoot him here, he's going to be losing some mega HP. Even if I shoot him in gun mantle.
another
like I
target.
said, made no difference really, does it? Well, that was a good start. I'm pleased now. So that was 4 kills. Relatively good team there. They should have probably really pushed through the woods a little bit faster, but hey, we won the round, that's the main thing. So not bad. I didn't do a massive amount of damage. But you can see, it must have been a set of good players because the damage distributed over the team, so that's always a good sign. It wasn't like one player was supporting the whole team there. So let's give it another go anyway. Now, let's have a quick look at this. I mean, I've actually got the IS-3 now. I've got enough money to buy it. I'm going to sell the IS and get the IS-3, and then once I get that, obviously I'm going to have to start grinding out these guns and everything. So that's going to take me a while, but I can, at least I can put the D25T on it. Now, and that was the reason why I went for the D25T, and I thought, well, you know, grind it out. It needed 75,000 to get the IS, so you're looking at about 40,000 in total, right? But that was an extra, like, I think 60,000 or something like that, 40,000. So I intentionally got that just to make the experience better in the IS, and I knew as soon as I get the IS-3, I could then use it on the IS-3. That was the plan anyway. But let's jump in the game anyway. The crews on these are not very good neither. These are pretty lame for me, really. On this one here, they're doing quite well actually. On the 3002. The next one's the Indian Panther on this one. But I need like 81. It's like a massive amount on that one. So anyway, we won't go into that today anyway. I'm going to do a video on that one. Or maybe I should do 2 videos on that one, really, because do you know what? You could actually, there's 2 guns you can pick there. You could pick the lower caliber. The lower caliber gun actually has more penetration than the bigger gun that does more damage. That sort of makes sense. And obviously the lower caliber gun has a higher fire rate. So it depends what you prefer, really. I mean, if you want to sort of fly in there and just shoot, you know, and you want to do that sort of attacking or going for artillery or something like that, then maybe not a bad idea. But even with the primary gun on there, you still need to play it as in, like, you know, you're in an eggshell. I think it's the best way to explain it. Now, this is tough, this. I'm going for the hill. Obviously, I'm going for the town. I'm going to have to do it, support the team.
Time to roll
We've got an IS Tiger against the T-43, which is not so bad. Churchill Victor KBS, which the KBS is blatantly better. We've got bloody hundreds of KB1s here. Now, the tough thing about this is, I'm up front. So, I don't know what my team are going to do. If they don't follow me, I'm going to die, guys, but let's hope they do. Now, this is always a tough one. It can go either way, because what can happen here is the other enemy team can run down here, stand on this corner, and run down to the end of these houses. Now, if they do that, it's very hard for us to roll up this hill here, because we've got them shooting at us. So then what happens is we're stuck in this dip here. And then what could happen then is then you can get shot from the side and in front. So you can get shot from all angles. And the majority of the time that does happen, it's a fail. Now, the fail happens when a spotter comes out or someone sees a target, like one of the, you know, something spots out over it and everyone stops on the hill to shoot it. That's the worst thing you can do at this point, because now what you've done is you've slowed down the progress of us actually getting on top of this hill and getting to a good defensive position. Now that I've just said all that, what's going to happen is I'm going to roll over the top of the hill and then just totally implode. It will. I've done this many times before, just died, but I've got to do it. What are these guys doing behind me? Come on, guys, keep moving, please. I'm going to try and make the houses as best I can. And if it goes wrong, doesn't it? You know, first shot inbound, not a problem. T1 heavy there.
They're hit.
Not so heavy now, is he? In fact, I think it's going to be game over for you, mate.
Gotcha.
Now, good KBS is coming to support me there. Help him out.
Penetration.
Might have to get the finishing blow here. Come on, come on, come on.
One of our tracks box was hit. They're hit.
I'm shot in there.
We nailed them bad.
Another one in there.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Another one in there. Be careful now because on my flank there.
Track hit.
Track hit. So he's obviously taking his shot. At this point, now I'm on the reload, I might as well just boss in there. Track off. KVS coming behind. Bounce. Another bounce. Roll past just so he moves his gun back and move forward again.
They're knocked out.
These prawns. So I want to come around the flank on these guys now. You know what, KVS, mate, they're all gone, mate. They're dead. Gonna get some lunch now. Hey, KVS. Peekaboo. Surprise.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oops.
We're immobilized.
Moving out of that one. We've got two. He's sitting there now watching me, so let your man knock the wall over for me. I've got loads of tanks there now. T-150, what the hell is he doing? Please, guy. Sitting in the open there is just not cool. Thanks.
We've got them.
Now, what about my flank now? I'll push around the flank. If he fires, I'm going to pop out though.
We've hit them hard.
I didn't see him fire actually, but we're going to pop out and take a shot at him anyway. Now, artillery's probably honed in on me here, so I've got to be careful. Oh, I'm still facing this way, even though I sort of want to kill him, if you know what I mean. But now it's just me. Great. Whole team wipeout, guys. Typical. This is what happens. Ah, dear. What my plan is now, probably going to die, and obviously, so no way I'm going to kill 7 tanks. See if I can trick him. Artillery may get me here, but sometimes you just got to go for it, eh? Get one more kill, 5 kills, I'll be happy.
One of our tracks is hit.
Oh well, guys, you know, I did my best there. The team failed there, I think. I mean, there's not much else I could have done there apart from kill the rest of the 7 tanks, which would have been absolutely ridiculous, but for a fail, 50,000 I suppose, not too bad. I'm expecting I'm going to be topping that round. I'll be disappointed if I wasn't. So you can see that there's a bit of a distribution there between the actual XP or the actual damage done there. So that sort of indicates that in 1-2, there are quite a few good players. That's what I normally sort of made that assumption, but maybe it's unlucky. So 3,000 damage. Not bad. So at least I made money out of it as well, and I got myself a nice little medal as well. Let's have a look. Which one was that? Master Gunner, yeah. So not too bad. I could have killed that guy, but I think artillery bombed me in the end. So I'll just give it another go anyway. Hopefully this time the team are... what went wrong there, remember what I was saying at the beginning of the video about getting stuck on that hill? If they would have moved up to them buildings there all the people that died there, right, were sitting on that slope. They should have moved up by the houses. Look, let's look at it logically. They've got artillery, you're sitting in the open, you're spotted. Sometimes it's like, God, guys, just find a building, sit behind a building. Sometimes if a tank sits behind a building and doesn't actually kill anything, it puts the other tanks off from pushing forward. You know, there is more about kills and experience points as well. I think, you know, I've played around when I've had a tank to the left, tank to the right, and I'm in a high tier game, right? I'm in I'm almost in the what? I've got what at the bottom of the mouse, guys. Sorry, some scratchy stuff on the mouse mat. And then I had a tank left and to the right of me. Now at this, so basically what happened was I just sat in the middle of them and I stopped the tanks dominating the tank to the left and the right because they knew I was there. And if I would have rolled towards one of the tanks and supported one of the tanks, what would have happened is they would have rolled and pushed around on the other corner. And we run the round. Just because that. I didn't shoot one shot, guys. So there's team play that can be done that doesn't necessarily have to incur damage, I suppose. And it doesn't have to incur earning loads of cash. Now, let's have a look. We got artillery. Yeah, we got a Hummel, so he can do a little bit of damage. These SUs push down on the corner. Probably shouldn't have done, really, because have a look at they're quite low rank. SU-100 is a one-shot kill for anyone. Now, what we got supporting us, we've got the AT-15, KV-4, good tank. Looks like all of our other tanks have gone around the other way. Now, they're sitting in artillery alley, that I call it. Now, artillery is just going to bombard them. I normally wait up the top, but... How many tanks we got? We got the 110 is not a great tank neither. That seems to just take shots. We're all should move back now. There we go. Shots coming in. AT coming down now. We need the bigger tier tanks to come and support us now. Because my role in this is just to... I can put down heavy damage, but I have rubbish. I mean, I'm a two-shot kill. There's no doubt about that for some of these tanks. Wow, AT-15's taking 2 hits like that. I wonder if one was an artillery shot. Must have been. So how are we doing? We've lost T-21. We've lost the spotters, basically, and we're just about to lose AT-15 because he thinks he's a hero. These guys should just pull up the hill. I don't know what they're doing. They're just being a bunch of fucking idiots. At least artillery can't shoot us then. There we go. Here he goes. Now, at what point do you reckon... Was there a point there when he thought, this is a bad idea? I don't know, guys, but sometimes bloody annoying. Here goes another one. Kaboom! Oh, look, they're all fumbling now. I can't support this. Fall back. Oh, there we are. Look, pennies dropped. I'm falling back now. Oh, too late. This happens every round, guys, and it just irritates the hell out of me.
Penetration. Enemy is hit. They got our loader. The track is damaged. We didn't even scratch them.
Don't know what we're going to do here, guys. It's not looking good, is it? At this point, it's almost like I need armor-piercing rounds. Or I need some premium, don't I?
That one didn't go through.
Nothing I can do there, guys.
Vehicle is heading.
Now, we definitely lost that round because there were some idiots in our team. For starters, we had both our lowers go around the other way, which we always know the heavy tanks are going to roll this way. We had our medium tanks go and meet their heavy tanks. So, stupid really. Good example of the team foul. And there's nothing I could have done there. No way. I mean, penetrating IS-3 in that scenario, shooting down on a rounded turret, forget about it. I've tried it many times, thousands of rounds. T-34 sitting over there for some reason. I could have taken out 110 actually, with all fairness. What I was hoping to do by that, look, is to make IS-3 turn his rear to KV-4, which would have helped him out, rather than me just taking the blow, eh?
They blew off our track. We're stuck.
So it's definitely a game over, this one, isn't it? So 2 rounds. It does sometimes get annoying when you play the game. You think, you know, you try really hard. Well, okay, that round, guys, I just saw it. It was a fail to start with. I just saw it, you know, I just saw it happening. When you get to them sort of rounds, you know, you just get bloody annoyed. He's angled himself. If he's got the 440mm, the one with the big damage, he's had it there, that 430 there, so that was a bit under. Idiot team. It was a stupid team. And that is, I think it was purely down to the basis that, I mean, I did horrendous there, didn't I? Oh, not bad considering. Look how much damage I did. That was 1 shot. That's horrendous. Artillery did the best there, out of all of us. But then again, IS-3 had a very good round, with all fairness. He had a good round because he met soft targets. No disrespect, you know. You know, I'm not taking his glory away there, but, you know, IS-3 come around the corner to some light medium tanks where every single one of them you can penetrate. If he would have come around the corner and it'd be 2 lowers, it would have been a different story. So, and that the only reason that didn't happen is because team let us down. I think the heavy tank should have known where to go. I mean, light tanks always go round the other way. Light tanks, you know, medium tanks, heavy tanks should always go down that road. You know, even if you don't like it, this is, you know, we know what's going to go that way. Anyway, stop ranting on about that. But it just, sometimes you get so many bloody loses, you know, and sometimes I've got 7 kills and we die. I had a round where I killed 7 of them. There was 4 of them left. There was no chance. One of them had 100% bloody health. So I just drove around for ages, and then lucky we run out of time. But it's them sort of games as well that frustrate you a little bit. And I think that's been my experience in this tank. That was a good example. Look, it's not a bad tank, but you come up against an IS-3 or your bottom rank, it's game over. You know, you might get 1 shot in for 400 maybe if you're lucky. But the reality is if they roll round the corner, don't expect to bounce a shell. So I'm going to go where I'm supposed to go. I'm going to say the railway tracks because I think, do you know what? Even to this day, I still play. I go where I should go, rather than I believe I'm going to be more valuable than follow everyone else. I mean, look, no one's coming with me at all. I'm going on my own here, and it's like sometimes it does get annoying. Do you know what am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm on my own. No one's coming to help me. I'm thinking, well, do you know what, guys? In this situation, should I go down here? No. To answer that question, I'm not going down there because 2 tanks can take me out. If it's a T-50 and a Chaffee, it's game over for me. So I'm better off now staying with the rest of the team. I've only started getting like that lately, guys, because it just gets really irritating when I know where I should go as the ice in this game, and because of my rank. It's just a shame that the rest of the team don't get that neither. So there's no one going down that way now. I don't know what's going to happen in this round, guys, but maybe I can take up some sort of defensive position, because I know they're going to come this way, aren't they? I'll defend this road. I could just defend here, can I, guys? That's all I can do. I'm better off taking a defensive position here than I am trying to go down there on my own. Now these guys, I don't know what they're going to do now. Look, if they would have followed me earlier, I might have gone down there. T-49 is a pretty good tank, actually. I mean, believe it or not, it's one of my favourite tanks, and I've actually kept that one. So these 2 guys now are going down to meet 2 heavy tanks, which makes total sense to me, because clearly they're going to absolutely annihilate them. KBS is there. I just want to know what's coming down the end here. If we have some, I'm better off waiting here now because the team's sort of. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, a couple more.
We nailed it bad.
Now, see, I always knew this was going to be the problem at the beginning of this round, but, like I said, just got to do what you got to do.
Our track is hit. It could break any minute. Enemy is hit.
Now, what is it, me V4? It's going to go well. Game over.
Ricochet. We're immobilized. Looks like that one went right through. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh.
We've hit them hard.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Let's push, 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 push.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Doing the best I can, guys, considering the situation. Now I'm going to get my side out now.
Got him. We nailed it bad.
There's my side again now. Lucky man. Man down. Coming on the rear of the KB1 now. On the reload, 5 seconds. No problem. He doesn't even see me yet. He can't even turn his gun in time.
They're knocked down.
Last one's round here. Now, like I said, guys, see, I made that decision at the start. Good decision. That's all. I think that was a good decision. I'm pleased with how I did there. In fact, I'm very pleased. Now, do you see what I mean? By using my side armor there, I've started angling myself now. See, when I was coming out, how many bounces I got there was brilliant. Wow, guys. I'm really pleased. I've always said in my gameplay that I just start recording and, you know, whatever you see is what you get. You know, I'm not showing you my best games. I just want to show you how the game is and how I really play. And I was just pleased with how that went. I think I played well there, and I think I made a good decision. I have these sort of conversations in my head when I'm playing the game, guys. I drive down somewhere and I think that there's no point me going down there. If I would have gone down there against 6 tanks there were 7 in total, I would have been dead. No doubt about it. I knew that taking that defensive position was the right thing to do based on what the team done. So sometimes you just got to make that decision. So how do we do there anyway? So 3,000 damage, not epic. I mean, the maximum I've done in this is about 5,000 damage in the IS. And that was a round where I actually only got 1 kill, believe it or not. I just sat peeking over the top of a corner and just hitting people in the turret and hitting them in the body. But that was a good round. I was pleased with that. Made a bit of cash as well, which is always good. Nice bit of experience points as well. But unnecessary bit of experience points because obviously I'm now at sort of the end of the IS3 anyway. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave this on a very good note because I was pleased with them rounds. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.